The one thing he doesn't want to do is fight Mike.
No.
Yeah, he wants to fight Mike, I think.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't give a if he's 55. That's still Mike Tyson.
Mike's in good.
Joe Rogan has reacted to the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight announcement, taking the sports and entertainment worlds by storm. The revelation of the impending showdown between Paul and Tyson has left everyone stunned. Numerous figures within combat sports have expressed discontent with the matchmaking, with a particular focus on the decision to put the 27-year-old Paul against the 57-year-old Tyson. Many argue that Tyson, being well beyond his athletic peak, makes for an inappropriate opponent for Paul. Here is what Michael Bisping thinks about it. Told me this 2 weeks ago and asked me if I want to do this. I'm going up to heavyweight, guys. I'm looking for the biggest challenges ever. Look, listen, this is a joke. Respect to Mike Tyson. Okay, one of the greatest heavyweights ever. That's a fact. He was ferocious. He was a knockout artist. You know all the details. Okay, I don't know why Mike Tyson is doing this. I don't think he needs the money. You chorus of disapproval from fight enthusiasts and prominent figures. MMA fighter turned analyst Tyson emerges as a notable critic. He reminisced about the swift and brutal defeats suffered by former cruiserweight and heavyweight world champion boxer Evander Holyfield. The downfall occurred in the first round of his encounter with boxing newcomer and UFC veteran Vera Belfort during their September 2021 bout. Sonnen said Vera Belfort, who has never boxed, put him away so fast. So this Holyfield is an Olympic gold medalist. You're watching Vera, who has never done it, put him away so fast that it ended Vera's boxing career. They would not book him again. They labeled him as an elderly abuser. How dare you? How could you do this? Vera never got another fight. Paul will get teased for taking this Tyson fight. Sonnen pointed out a stark contrast in age between Holyfield and Bort. He suggested that Belfort's chances in boxing were hindered, as many viewed his bout with Holyfield as exploiting the elder son, and hinted that if Paul were to defeat Mike Tyson, he would face similar criticism. On the podcast, he expressed these thoughts. They shown some training footage of him, and the commission took massive heat for allowing this to happen, and the commission had to come for, I think it was here in Florida. By the way, was off the top of my head, yeah, this was him, and people thought, okay, he's playing this for the cameras. He's playing slow. He's playing like he's learning these techniques. I thought it too. I mean, I look at him. He looks good. That's Evander Holy. I just saw Mike do it. Mike looked pretty good. I also thought that this was gamesmanship, and Thurballard, who has never boxed, put him away so fast. So this is an Olympic gold medalist. You're watching Thur, who had never done it, put him away so fast that it ended Vor's career. They would not book him again. They labeled him like an elderly abuser. How dare you? How could you do this? Vor never got another fight. Moreover, Eddie Hearn hinted at the potential outcome of a bout between Tyson and the younger Paul, suggesting that Paul's youth could secure a decisive victory. As the Macroom boxing promoter contemplated the matchup, he expressed concerns about the impact on Tyson's well-being and storied career. During an interview with Fight Hub TV, Hearn articulated his thoughts, stating, "I'm a hardcore boxing fan. Tyson is one of my heroes. I find it very sad, but it's a big event. I understand people are going to watch it, and it's entertainment, I guess, but for someone that idolized the guy growing up, yeah, not the best day." Hearn clearly harbors disdain for this upcoming bout. He also described the impending fight as a truly disheartening spectacle. In another interview, Hearn said, "For me, it's really sad, because Mike Tyson was one of my idols growing up, and to see him fighting at 57.5, but I also understand that a lot of people are going to tune in and watch." Hearn communicated his sadness regarding the fight, especially seeing Mike Tyson and all from his childhood fighting at an advanced age. He recognized, however, that the event would attract a significant viewership. "Yeah, you're asking the wrong guy. I'm a hardcore boxing fan. He's one of my heroes. I find it very sad, but it's a big event. I understand people are going to watch it, and it's entertainment, I guess, but for someone that idolized the guy growing up, yeah, not the best day." Do you think Jake Paul gets any credibility if he beats Mike Tyson? He's 58 years old. They may say the same thing about Pacquiao. For what, a couple of years ago, he's been fighting in exhibitions. He's the E-Division world champion. He's still a world-class fighter, unquestionably. He would beat every one of Conor Benn's opponents with ease. Furthermore, he mentioned that while the event is a significant entertainment spectacle, and it is impressive that Netflix is getting involved in boxing, which he believes will contribute to the event's success, it ultimately does not appeal to him personally. He added, "It's an entertainment event. Netflix, great to see them involved in boxing. I think it will do really well, but it's just not really one for me." Moreover, Oscar de la Hoya, a renowned figure in boxing, stated that Jake Paul has the potential to navigate through well-suited opponents, gradually advanced towards a chance at the world title, and ultimately claimed the prestigious title of boxing world champion. In his remarks to Fight Hub TV, the Golden Boy emphasized that taking on a 57-year-old Tyson might offer Paul significant financial gain and fame, but it wouldn't contribute to his aspirations of claiming a world championship title. He said he's not going to get there and become a world champion through Mike Tyson. He's going to make a shitload of money. He's going to gain more popularity at Mike Tyson's expense. Do I like it? No, cause I love Mike Tyson. Oscar de la Hoya acknowledges the potential for lucrative business surrounding the bout given Tyson's iconic status, despite nearing 60 years of age. However, de la Hoya questions the alignment of this event with Paul's purported dedication to his boxing career, suggesting it may not reflect a serious pursuit of the sport. De la Hoya said, Jake Paul, you say you want to be a world champion, you say you want to take this sport seriously, then take it seriously. De la Hoya suggested that Jake Paul should take his boxing career more seriously if he truly aspires to be a world champion. He criticized the nature of the fight, emphasizing that boxing is not merely a popularity contest. He added, "What is this? This is not a popularity contest. I'm actually praising Jake Paul for taking this seriously because I really truly feel if he fights the right fights and takes the right path to that world title, he can actually get there." De la Hoya commended Paul for taking the sport seriously, believing that with the right fights and trajectory, Paul could reach a world title through Mike Tyson. He's not going to, he's going to make a shitload of money. He's going to gain more popularity on Mike Tyson's expense. Do I like it? No, cause I love Mike Tyson. However, he expressed doubts about Paul's chances of winning a title, especially through a bout with Mike Tyson, which he sees as more financially than sportingly motivated. De la Hoya mentioned, "I'm not sure if because it's up to him if he can win it, but he can get there, but he's not going to get there through Mike Tyson." He continued by expressing his discontent with the fight, viewing it as more of an entertainment spectacle rather than a serious boxing match. De la Hoya highlighted the commercial success the fight is likely to achieve globally, but reiterated his wish for Paul to balance making money with genuine engagement in the sport. He added, "This is entertainment. I guess this is a fight that's going to do great business all over the world. More power to them. But last time I heard Jake Paul was very serious about this sport. All I'm saying is make your money, but also take this sport seriously." De la Hoya shared his concerns regarding the potential impact of the fight on Tyson's legacy, noting that while Tyson is experienced and capable of enduring multiple rounds, the nature of this match could pose unnecessary risks to his storied career. He said it will not be dangerous for Tyson because Tyson has been in the ring with monsters. He has a chin. I'm sure he can still go 6 rounds, 7 rounds, 8 rounds. But I'm just concerned about Tyson's legacy. Derek Chisora vehemently criticized the impending bout between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, alleging that they will be donning 18-0 gloves and headgear, essentially transforming the event into a glorified sparring session set to be broadcast live on Netflix. The boxing community is abuzz with the latest development as Chisora has made waves by openly critiquing the upcoming match, expressing his disdain for the event. Speaking to Radio Raheem, he claimed that the bout will be a glorified spar, saying, "I know for a fact they are using 18-0 gloves and headguards. If I'm not mistaken, I think so. So we're watching a sparring match." When asked if he believes the bout is a real fight, Chisora continued, "I don't know, man. How old is Jake Paul? A guy who's 24 fighting a guy who's 56. It's a joke. You think I'm paying to watch that?" In addition, UFC head Dana White has chimed in on the upcoming showdown between Tyson and Paul. Dana White admitted that despite his close friendship with Mike Tyson, he harbors some doubts regarding the spectacle Jake Paul and the ex-heavyweight champion will deliver come fight day. While at the UFC 299 press conference, he was asked about the fight, and White said about this one, "He gets mad when I do this, but Mike 60, man, I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Gives a what? I think it's not my fight. I love Mike Tyson, personally as a friend, and he's one of my favorite athletes of all time. I don't know. Let's see what he can go in there and put together a training camp and come in. And I don't like to see guys fighting at a 31-year age difference during that fight. Just you guys know what I think of that stuff." While there, he was asked about what he thought about Netflix using the event as their first live show and what kind of impact it would have in the sports streaming biz. White said, "I think that Netflix should have gotten into live sports years ago." White also elaborated on whether Netflix would be competitive as a live sports streaming platform, saying, "I think they're late to the game, but they are a force, they're a force, man. Meanwhile, Michael Benson set the sports sphere ablaze with his recent social media share unveiling electrifying footage of Mike Tyson in his element. The video showcases Tyson flawlessly executing swift Onu combinations, seamlessly weaving and dodging with the finesse of a seasoned maestro, showcasing his timeless mastery as fans watched in awe. A mixture of excitement and concern brewed within them. However, amid the mounting apprehension, Manny Pacquiao stepped in to offer a contrasting perspective. He firmly believes that Jake Paul is no match for Tyson's seasoned expertise. When asked if Jake Paul can win, Pacquiao said, "I don't think so." Despite some fans expressing doubt, Pacquiao's unwavering confidence in Tyson injects an enticing twist into the developing storyline. Firstly, one fan acknowledges Tyson's undeniable prowess, but warns of the physical toll, stating, "We know Mike still has some speed and hits hard. The problem is a 57-year-old man getting punched by a strong 27-year-old is going to do some damage no matter who you are." This comment encapsulates the anxiety over Tyson's age versus Paul's prime vigor. Another fan offers a concise prediction hinting at a fleeting display of dominance. "He's going to be dangerous for 25 seconds. That's for sure." The implication is clear. Tyson's initial burst might be formidable, but sustaining it could be challenging. The sentiment shifts as this fan expresses a preference for a different matchup. Mike should have fought Lennox Lewis, not Jake Paul. This reveals a longing for a bout that might have resonated more with boxing purists. Another person leans towards a youthful triumph, humorously downplaying Tyson's chances. "Jake's going to win anyway. Last time Tyson fought Jones, he gassed out in one round." While this fan underscores the critical factor of endurance, predicting if it goes past 3 rounds, Mike will be in trouble. This sentiment strikes a chord with numerous observers, underscoring Tyson's perceived susceptibility. In an extended bout, Mike Perry harbors a fervent desire to step into the boxing ring as Jake Paul's next adversary. He finds solace in witnessing Mike Tyson seize a substantial payday, potentially reliving his glory days. Perry said, "I was like, damn, get that bag." Mike, "I think 57-year-old Mike Tyson is a problem for Jake. He can hurt him for sure, so let's see if they're allowed to knock each other out. Or if only Jake is allowed." Who knows? In the world of combat sports, a significant topic of discussion revolves around the substantial age gap between Paul and Tyson as they step into the ring, with Paul boasting an age over 30 years junior to Tyson. The dynamics of their clash are intriguing. While Perry acknowledges Tyson's age of 58 by the time July 20th arrives, it's undeniable that the prowess of one of that heavyweight boxing's most formidable punchers still remains potent. Perry said, "Obviously the age difference is the biggest factor here. We saw Mike against Roy Jones, and he looked great. He looked like he didn't skip a beat." Perry highlighted the significant age gap as the primary factor in the bout, recalling Tyson's impressive performance against Roy Jones, where he appeared to have maintained his skill level seamlessly. He calculated that if Tyson aggressively targets Jake Paul from the start, rather than trying to endure the younger fighter's energy, he might have a successful strategy, especially if he takes intermittent breaks to recover, assuming Paul can withstand the initial onslaught. Perry said, "I think if he comes out punching at Jake and doesn't try to weather the young man's storm, if he just comes out to get him and maybe take a breather every now and then, if the kid can survive it, because I can see Jake running from him." Furthermore, Perry pointed out that Jake Paul's boxing strategy often involves scoring points while staying out of harm's way, especially against opponent who can cause significant damage. He noted that Paul's last opponent did not pose a significant threat, implying that facing Tyson despite his age presents a genuine challenge due to Tyson's punching power. This fight, according to Perry, marks a change for Paul as he confronts a known power hitter for the first time. Perry added, "Jake's boxing is very point and get out of the way when he's fighting someone who can hit him, and the last guy he fought was of no danger. You know what I mean? So even a 57-year-old Mike Tyson still has some danger. At least Jake's fighting a puncher this time." However, Perry's keen interest lies in stepping back and observing Tyson sees a significant opportunity. Perry said, "It should be me though. I should be fighting Jake, but it's Mike Tyson. So how can I compete with that? It'll be on Netflix, and they're doing all this marketing together. It's good for Mike, and it will be exciting because of Mike." On the other hand, Joe Rogan addressed the criticism directed at Jake Paul due to his YouTube background, urging people to disregard his internet fame and focus on his boxing skills instead. "Yeah, take nothing away from them. No, I mean, people want to take something away from them because they're YouTube people. I always tell people, what, just forget that Jake Paul is a YouTube guy and watch him box. Yeah, the kid can fight 100%. that Tommy Fury fight really showed that goes to a split decision against alleged undefeated boxer Rogan affirmed Jake Paul's confidence in the ring, particularly highlighting his performance against Tommy Fury. However, he then talked about Paul's fight with Tyson. Sir, yeah, he doesn't. I'll tell you what, the one thing he doesn't want to do is fight Mike. No, he wants to fight Mike. I think why I know I don't give a if he's 55, that's still Mike's in good shape too. Oh my god, Mike trains every day. Rogan also commented on Mike Tyson's condition and training regimen, emphasizing that despite being 57, Tyson remains a formidable force. Rogan marveled at Tyson's fitness and the advanced training and recovery techniques employed, indicating that Tyson's age should not be underestimated in terms of his ability to cause damage. Fight in this world with hormone replacement and vitamin and he does all this electrical muscular stimulation recovery stuff, like when they were training Mike for that Roy Jones fight, like they were using state-of-the-art science. I don't give a if you think he's 55 years old, the guy will hurt you. Furthermore, Rogan speculated about Tyson's previous fight with Roy Jones Jr., suggesting there might have been an informal agreement to limit headshot, as most of Tyson's significant punches were directed toward the body. He emphasized that Tyson still possesses considerable speed and power attributes that typically endure even as fighters age. If Jake Paul's in the other side of the ring and he sees Mike Tyson just bob it and weave it, he's going to have a recognition. He's going to look over and go, oh my god, that's really Mike Tyson. Yeah, look at this. Oh yeah, dude, I'm talking. You make it still a 55. At 55, the power is the last thing to go, but the thing is the speed is still there. However, despite not being in his prime physical condition, Mike Tyson hinted in an earlier interview that he fully expects to emerge victorious, raising his hand in triumph. Tyson said it will be so easy. Jake's punches you can see coming a mile away. You can see that coming a mile away. I'm 55, I can see that coming a mile away. Tyson believed that with consistent daily boxing training for a month, he could compete against anyone, indicating that he sees the match against the Paul brothers as manageable without stringent dietary restrictions or complex preparations. He added, I would beat Jake and Logan Paul. I go straight at them. There would be no boxing. The only thing I got to do is be in shape. 30 days of boxing training every day, and I can fight anyone if I'm boxing every day. I wouldn't even have to worry about diet. On the other hand, merely 4 years prior, Jake Paul had expressed reluctance to step into the ring with boxing legends, yet it appears that his stance has evolved throughout his fledgling career. Paul told TMZ back in 2020, look, I'm confident, but I'm not stupid. I would not go into the ring with them, nah. No chance. Back when Paul had just stepped into the ring for only 2 bouts, numerous spectators couldn't regard him with much seriousness as a boxer. Fast forward, Paul now boasts an impressive 9-1 record, having delivered knockout blows to some of the most prominent figures in the sport. Meanwhile, Francis Ngannou stood in awe after the fight announcement, his disbelief palpable, even after multiple assurances. Just announced a few minutes ago, Mike Tyson will be boxing Jake Paul on July 20th in Texas. You obviously become close with Mike over the last little bit. What do you think of that? Honestly, I don't know. I don't even know if he's real. It's real, yeah. I look at it, and then they said it's on Netflix, so I thought it's going to be some sort of movie that they were making or something, so I don't know. So, without hesitation, and Ngannou's loyalty lies firmly in the ring. Ngannou said, of course, I'll be there to support Mike. In all honesty, Ngannou may have had a moment of reflection upon realizing that Tyson will be 58 when they step into the ring, with Paul being 30 years his junior. Then again, Ngannou said, but he can still kick some, there's no doubt about it. Meanwhile, DAZN boxing analyst Manx predicts that the upcoming bout could potentially draw the largest viewership in boxing history in decades. He said the last couple of fights, Jake Paul has been going down the traditional boxing path. Now, he is making the hard pivot back to celebrity boxing, and he's doing it against arguably the biggest star in boxing history, Mike Tyson. Manx said, I didn't think a Tyson fight was going to happen, but here we are with one of the biggest social media stars ever and one of the biggest boxing stars ever, in a refreshing departure from the norm. The upcoming Paul Tyson showdown won't be confined to the price realm of pay-per-view. Instead, fans worldwide can catch the action-packed bout on Netflix. This unprecedented accessibility might just pave the way for Mex's bold forecast of smashing viewership records. to become a reality Manx added fighting on perhaps the biggest global platform ever. I think this will be an event unlike any other. I think this has the potential to be the most viewed boxing event ever. I could easily see this fight attracting 100 million viewers. Regardless of what you think of what this fight is in the ring, the audience for this is going to be absolutely massive. Overall, figures like Joe Rogan and Mike Perry recognize both the spectacle entertainment value and the unique challenges it presents to the competitors. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos.